The new policy recognizes an evolving determination that the death penalty should be restricted to the most egregious set of circumstances. Wow, that's actually a big deal considering we are in California and we are very left, and like the death penalty has been off the table for years now. So the fact that they're, bringing it back says a lot.
Yeah, that's actually really, really scary. I don't, I don't know. I don't see how people could feel that they're in a position to like play God. Like, how can you say this person has to go? Like, I'm not. My heart can't do that. That's insane.
They said it's going to be only for exceedingly rare murder cases. Like basically an eye for an eye type of thing.
And keep in mind, a lot of the ire against this came when the previous district attorney, Gascon, didn't recommend the death penalty for somebody who killed a sheriff's deputy. So that's why people are really pissed about it. Because they gave him life. They didn't give him the death penalty.
Bro, yeah, nah, I'm not. That's crazy.
I agree with you, by the way.
I think it opens up, but this is why I don't like. I'm also of the ilk of like, I don't necessarily agree with it, but if you're gonna open it up, like low-key, like open it up. Like, don't be like, oh, it's only gonna be in certain cases, because then that's where people start doing fuck shit. Like, you start being able to say, well, we're gonna do it here, but we're gonna kill Jamal, but we ain't gonna kill Brandon. Like, that's where that type of shit starts to come in. I don't like that. If you're gonna open it up, open that bitch up. And if that's where like racist shit starts coming through the door.
Well, yeah, notice how it's state decisions like that. It's controlled by the state instead of federal. So when you give the power to the states, notice how some racist shit be happening in certain states. Not to say California, obviously, but in other states. Where is the death penalty legal? I would be curious.
Didn't they just killed that old dude? Where was that at? Shit, that should be in the South.
But keep in mind, this is mainly LA County is what they're talking about here.
Oh wow, the death penalty is legal in 27 states.
That's insane.
23 have abolished it.
That's insane, bro.
It's actually a lot. Wow.
I wonder what the difference in crime rates are versus like over there and over here. Like, it's probably more rampant up. It's LA crime rates is rampant. There's no way it's not compared to like other states and cities.
Well, I would think it probably follows a level of poverty in different states, though.
Yeah, I'm good on the death penalty. My worst I ain't even gonna speak on it.
Only the U.S., Japan, Singapore, and Taiwan retain the death penalty for ordinary crimes. We're the only countries in the world.
What do you mean ordinary? Like, what in the world?
Like not like ordinary, but like crimes just in general.
Oh, I was about to say, like, you stole a candy bar? Get that.
Yeah. No.
Like, what? That's spooky. Could you imagine, like, what? Them niggas come to your door like, what you want your last meal to be? What would you want your last meal to be?
Oh my gosh, that's so sad. But my last meal, it would have to be like a Cinnabon for sure.
Do you really think you could eat though? Can you imagine trying to eat your last meal knowing it's your last meal?
I will shit on myself, dude. If I know I'm gonna die, that's insane.
Go. I'd be looking and go.
Nah, I want the blackened chicken from Joey though. And espresso martini.
I remember somebody. I think it was like a New York Times article that photographed like inmates' last meals. They did like a study or an article on it, and it showed like what everybody got. So like they showed like famous murderers like John Wayne Gacy. He was put to death by lethal injection, and for his last meal he requested 12 fried shrimp, a bucket of KFC chicken, French fries, and a pound of strawberries. Somebody else requested
damn, bro.
2 pints of chocolate chip mint ice cream.
Ooh, that's fire.
Somebody else requested 2 grilled cheese sandwiches, cottage cheese, peach pie, chocolate chip ice cream, and radishes.
Ooh, peach pie.
Some people didn't get it.
How do people sit in that room and just be like, yo, all right, we're off. The audience, the family members, we're watching this happen. The cops, the dude pulling the button. How do you just sit in a room and like, we're finna execute this man? Humans are very morbid, bro. That's very morbid.
You know how? Because if he killed somebody in your family, you sit there thinking about your family member. That's how you can sit there and do it.
Mm.
Even if somebody killed my family member.
Yeah.
I just think to work in a prison in general is like, it's a certain level of like inhumaneness that you have to kind of condition yourself every morning. Like you get desensitized to it. You start not viewing them as humans, especially when you're in a position of power. There was a book about that. I forget what it's called, but
Bookworm Tally.
yeah, it showed, it was like a study that they did where they had given people like a trial. They paid them to like be in prison, basically. They gave half of the students
Okay.
the role of being
A CO.
I
a
heard
guard.
about that. Yeah.
Yeah, they gave half of them the role of being a guard, and they gave the other half the role of being a prisoner. And it was like a prison experiment, right? Just to see how they act with power. The people who were assigned COs took their jobs way too seriously, and they got power hungry and like actually started treating them like prisoners, like as if it wasn't a school experiment. Like they were beating them, they locked them up, they punished them. And mind you, this is just a school
How
experiment.
long is the experiment?
It was like a week.
Yeah, it was some days.
How?
This
is some white people shit,
This
bro.
happened at Stanford, I think, actually. The
Man,
Stanford prison experiment.
That's not. But you think that's real? Like I know I'm getting out in a week, nigga. Like you gonna see me, bro. Slide my food under the thing, bro. Stop playing. That's insane.
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
Yeah, the abuse like went way too far. But it was like one of the most interesting studies that was done because it studied like the power struggles and dynamics. Because it's like, even if you have a little bit of incentive and you're given a little bit of power, like what do you do with it?
Yeah, people abuse power.
Yeah.
That's a fact.
Yeah.
Do you think it's impossible to not abuse power?
Yes. What do you mean?
You think it's possible to not abuse it?
Yeah, with checks and balances for sure.
Yeah.
Oh, well, checks and balances. Yeah, okay. There. Good answer.
Yeah.
Crazy shit, man. Crazy.
What
else we got on the ballot?
Nothing else that I want to talk about.
What else is there? Oh, bro. Hold on.
Something about the Department of Education.
Yeah. Oh, you know where that's gonna go. No, we have to talk about it. Trump got rid of the department.
Okay, let's just keep it fact based.
He I mean that's not gonna be possible. Where is it at?
It's on here. It's the second one.
Yeah.
Da, da, da.
I just don't like the way he set it up to the stage mock classroom and all this other stuff.
What you mean mock classroom?
Yeah, you didn't see the picture?
Oh, it was like a classroom.
Oh, he had like kids behind him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This man does everything for the fucking TV.
Serious.
Yeah, I mean, I'm honest. Well, obviously, Trump, he didn't get rid of the Department of Education. He signed an executive order, which doesn't mean that it's going to be put away, right?
Yeah, so he wants to abolish it. This is not news to anybody. But only Congress can abolish a cabinet level agency. So it's not clear whether or not he's going to get the votes to actually do so.
Mm-hmm.
But he already did start to dismantle the department. He fired half the staff, removed its research department. And then the money for schools has already been set aside by Congress and is unlikely to be affected. So a few weeks ago, we already saw there was a pause to like funding grants, all that stuff until they figure it out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That they're killing people.
Yeah. So they're pausing the money flow. This is all part of, Trump's agenda. He did promise this in his campaign run when he was running on it. So some people have been questioning, because they don't think realistically it's going to happen. They don't think he's going to get enough votes. Democrats have to vote for it as well for it to go through. This is part of the checks and balances system. So there's a lot of things that need to happen before it even gets dismantled. That's why they're saying, like, is this even realistic, or is he just running off of the fuel of his campaign to try and fulfill, a promise?
Yeah, the problem is when he can dismantle everything, and then even if he loses, it's like, okay, well, you guys put it back together.